Hi everybody, today I will be talking about the AITSL Standard 1.4, Strategies of Teaching Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Students, and how I can improve on this standard in my teaching profession. The strategy to assist with teaching Indigenous students that I'll be focusing on is teaching through games and play. I have chosen the Yalunga Traditional Games book as my resource to embed in my daily practice.
The Yalunga Traditional Indigenous Games resource was developed to provide all Australians with a greater understanding and appreciation of Indigenous culture, the way it was many thousands of years ago and still is today. Over the years, sport has played a major role in developing a socially cohesive environment within Indigenous communities. Many of the games you see today have evolved from traditional games of the past. A game can be used to promote critical thinking and reasoning. One advantage of using games as a teaching strategy is that students have the opportunity for immediate feedback through the discussion of correct answers and their rationales. Nationally, state and territory education systems goals aim to ensure that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students are able to see themselves, their identities, and their cultures reflected in the curriculum of each of the learning areas and can fully participate in the curriculum. Using the Yalunga Traditional Games book in daily practice will help achieve these goals. The Yalunga Games book is a reliable source and was created by Indigenous game consultants Ken Edwards and Troy Meston. They are both actively involved in promoting Indigenous traditional games in schools. The Australian Sports Commission recognises the traditional owners of the games and activities that form the basis of this resource. This resource is dedicated to all Australian Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people and used in educational programs all across Australia. The games outlined in this resource are considered primarily as a contribution towards the implementation of Indigenous Australian perspectives across the education curriculum from kindergarten to year 12. The Australian curriculum is working towards addressing two distinct needs in Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander education, one of them being Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students are able to see themselves, their identities, and their cultures reflected in the curriculum of each of the learning areas, can fully participate in the curriculum, and can build their self-esteem. Using the Yalunga Games book can help address this need. The Yalunga Games book can assist Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students to see themselves and their cultures in the curriculum in their daily schooling. Not only does it consist of games which will address the PDHPE learning area, it can be integrated with languages, the arts, HASS, and also address fine motor skills. This is an example of a physical game in the games book. The game is called Jalora and is played using a spin ball. The spin ball is made out of lime, ashes, sand, clay, and rolled into a shape to be baked, making it smooth and hard. As you can see in the video, we used a basketball as a substitute. As a teacher, I would explain the history of the game to the students and the material used in the original ball. This game is called Norgo. The spinner used was made out of a gourd of the Benincasa vakua. Two holes are drilled either side of a small wheel or object, a length of string being passed through the holes to form a large loop. The spinner is rotated over and over, the hands being brought together to untwirl the spinner in the reverse direction. The aim is to keep it spinning for as long as you can. This is an example of a fine motor game in the Yalunga Games book, which can be played in the classroom. In conclusion, you can see that the Yalunga Games book will be a great resource in the classroom to help teach through games and play. Using this strategy to teach Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students helps students see themselves, their identities, and their cultures in the curriculum, which in turn helps them build their self-esteem. I feel confident in using this resource to complement the strategy of teaching through games and look forward to embedding it into my teaching practice.